Kia ora! Mama's back with your dose of reality, and this time it's LEGO Masters New Zealand, Season 1. No mai hoki mai, welcome to the final recap of LEGO Masters New Zealand Season 1. That's right, it's the grand finals. Last time we said farewell to Georgie and her dad Andrew, and our final three teams are ready to compete for the first ever title of LEGO Masters New Zealand. Already congratulations are in order for the moms, Emily and Sarah, for being the first ever all-female team to make the finals between NZ, Australia, and the US franchises. Go moms! We'll see Glenn and Jake, Emily and Sarah, and Jono and Dan challenged to build anything they want, but they need to have a clear concept and they need to execute it well. Raman says the three keys to winning are clear storytelling, showcasing technical ability, and amazing aesthetics. They're going to have 24 hours for this build. Well, the moms decide to do Peril of Venus. Now this is sort of made up of creatures, a carnivorous flower. Emily and Sarah want this bad and are representing all the females out there, so we are definitely rooting for them. Emily is working technical stuff, is building decorative stuff. They're planning lots of movement. Glenn and Jake, seal of approval, an actual seal who approves everything. Robin is keen to see them sculpt, so that's what he wants to see from Glenn and Jake. He knows that they've got great builds, they're consistent, they have a lot of technical abilities, but he wants to see them do some sculpting. Jono and Dan, they're doing Kiwiana, a love letter to New Zealand. Robin says building to look organic is going to be the key for this build. They plan to pull out all the stops. Robin says they have to get this sculpt just right. The girls run into some problems with their leaves. Everyone frets about their mechanics and the pressure is definitely on. Suddenly mist pours in and that usually means someone's coming in to offer some sort of twist. But not this time. It's the Waitakere Auckland Brass Band. That gives everyone a little bit of a laugh and a little bit of a breather and then right back to the build. Raman says they have to complete those builds, whereas before they could kind of make do with what they have, but they need to have their concept completed. Di says Jono and Dan, Emily and Sarah are all struggling with time. Emily is power building. Everyone is stressing. Of course, Di has to have his fun during the build, doesn't he? So he tries to blame Smudge for a Lego poo. I don't think anyone's buying it. Now it's time for the judging. Up first, Glenn and Jake, the seal of approval. This ends up being a 360-degree build. They say it's a 1980s office working seal. The seal's tongue moves in and out. The tail moves. The stamp arm goes up and down to stamp the things. The check mark in the front of the desk lights up. There's little fish moving. It's just so cute. The family portrait, everything just down to all the details. It's really well done. It really is a great build. In fact, Diamond says, you walk around the back and you can see the nose stamp is obviously covered in cobwebs and that. It's a really great build. Up next, Jono and Dan. They've got their love letter to New Zealand. They've got a great punga tree, their log, they've got a cray, a tuatara, a weta, a moving eel, they've got moving flies. It's really cute. Robin says it's a great stage, but not really a full story. But he says great sculpting. On to Emily and Sarah, the Peril of Venus. Well, you can see it's made up of creatures. They've got bugs, the tongues move, the eyes light up, the wings are spinning, lots of color, great shapes. It's aesthetically gorgeous, Robin says. The shaping, the sculpting is really great. Di says, what's the story? Robin says they created a whole new theme, so it's difficult to know the story, but he's brought in by the masterful job of sculpting. It really is fantastic. The teams re-enter after the judging. Di congratulates them all on great builds, of course. Raman says the girls really showed skill. Jono and Dan are the first team in LEGO Masters history to have 8 legs, because Smudge. Raman says it's a real celebration of Aotearoa. Glenn and Jake, theirs was the most clear story, 7 action features, which is amazing. Now it's time for Di to share the results. I know. Third place goes to Jono and Dan and Smudge. We'll take a look at some of their builds here over their time with us on LEGO Masters. And then it's time to announce our winner. It's Glenn and Jake. So, kapai to Glenn and Jake. I'm so excited for them. We're very consistent builders. Always good, always technical. They did such a great job. And that means that our mums then are in second place. So well done to the mums and everyone. Let's take a look at the mums builds. They've had some great builds. They're always very colorful and creative, and I just loved watching them on this show. It was great to see them. Congratulations again to Glenn and Jake. Not only will they share the $25,000 voucher for the warehouse, they'll each get a brand new Fiat 500 lounge and obviously the trophy and title of the first ever LEGO Masters in New Zealand. But probably the most exciting part of this whole show was at the end they announced that they're going to be having a season 2. So that is awesome. A lot of times we don't get second seasons of shows, but this is so amazing. So I'm so pleased to announce we're going to have another season come up of LEGO Masters New Zealand. So thanks for liking and subscribing this season, and have a great day wherever you are.